Hello everyone, welcome back to another War of the Visions video. Today we're going to be talking about a few things from my last video that I omitted. I didn't include in the video, and I think that was a mistake. So the first thing is really easy to clear up. It's Barret's gun that we'll be able to get during the Final Fantasy VII Remake collaboration. So if we go over there and check that out right now, we can see that it is a MR weapon. It has specific abilities for Barret. It's only equipable by Barret, and it gives 30 ice attack, 20 defense penetration, and 30 reaction block rate. So with this, he'll have 45 defense penetration innately, which is pretty solid. And if you compare him to Snow, who gets 40%, but only when he uses a certain attacking skill, then maybe this looks a little bit better. However, with Snow, he's also just attacking with the strike attack type, and that really is a huge boon over attacking with the missile attack type. Now, Barret also has the strike attack type on the Pugilist sub, and that's getting better, you know, all the time with these upgrades, but still doesn't really affect my opinion. I still think that Barret is just going to be for the people that are really into him as a character, or maybe are just ice completionists. All right, so on to the main reason why I made this video, because a lot of people pointed out on my previous video that I was missing something vital about Tifa. Now, Tifa is a free unit, and she's going to have a vision card for wind units, but she has a future pairing that's actually pretty important. Some of you may know that the Fullmetal Alchemist collaboration is also coming up in the future, and that we're going to get an Edward unit and an Alphonse unit. Both those units will be strike units. Both Tifa and Edward are free units, so you can just get them and build them. You have to spend some Visior to build them, but that's a really easy double wind striking combo, and Al's also going to be the tank for that combination. So it looks pretty good, right? Well, it even gets better than that. There are a lot of job-based VCs for Fist users right now. It's very well supported. Now, some of these are limited. Some of them have already come and gone, so you might have to get them in the future. But this is still a very easy combo for new players to look out for and build. So if you're starting War of the Visions right now, or maybe you just want to pivot into a new style of play, it's really easy for you to get Tifa, get Edward, and then pull for Alphonse on his banner, pull for the, either the free Fullmetal card, and then pull for the other one, and you're well on your way to having a really good team. So let's take a look at these vision cards specifically. So we have two from Fullmetal Alchemist. One of them is going to be free. We have the Inherited Wills vision card, the From the East to Horn vision card, which hasn't come out in global, and then the Fearsome Foe Appears from the Dragon Quest collab. So if you don't have that, it's already too late, but that's actually not the biggest deal breaker, because this is actually a magic based card. Of course, it has some really good party effects on it, but it would be something that you would put in the sub slot. And then Beyond the Flames, which has also come out in global already. So some cards you can get, some cards you might have to pull on a, let's say, 10 UR guaranteed vision card banner that they tend to run at the anniversaries. And there's a lot of really good party effects, which we're going to get into in just a second here. But first, let's take a look at an actual team here. So we have Tifa, Edward, and Alphonse in the middle there. And this is an example team that you might be able to build if you're just starting out, or anyone really can build this. And if we scroll down, we can look at what we have with our vision cards here. So we have Alphonse, he's our tank. He's not going to be our main damage dealer. And you can kind of tell that when we scroll down. There's no equipment or anything on yet, but he's already about 260 attack lower than the other two. He's primarily like a Snow type unit, a tank over a DPS. But again, when you're hitting with the strike attack type, that can kind of mitigate a lower attack value. So anyway, when we look at these vision cards, we actually get a ton of really good stuff. So in the case of Alphonse, he's getting some slash and pierce resist on the unit buff, agility for the whole team, single target resist for the whole team, strike attack for the whole team. And then again, on the sub job, he gets more AoE resist. We get reaction block rate, more strike attack, 25% HP, which scales really well on the sub slot, Tifa is bringing a whole bunch of human killer, critical evasion, missile resistance, getting a lot of attack on the bestowed, and Edward is getting attack agility and then bringing a bunch of crit rate, crit damage, and 50% attack. So right here, we have 4 of the 6 cards that came out, and you could put the other 2 as sub cards. Both of them are magic cards, so they won't supply any attack stat to the unit, but they have really good party effects. However, if we're thinking about, okay, well, Alphonse is just going to be our tank anyway, then we could even put in the sub slot, we could put some wind VCs, right? So we could go take a look, and see what some wind VC options would be. So if you played during the NieR collab, then you might have this vision card, which would give us some luck for the whole team, some more crit stuff. You know, we could go for another attack type card, get another, like, whatever it is, 37% attack. We already are doubling up then on the HP. That won't stack, but we could even look at Tifa's card, which again, we won't get the strike attack, but you will get some single target resistance and some evasion. Or maybe you're just going to be looking at doing something like trying to get some slash resist from downtime or magic resist from the Ahriman, whatever it is. You have these options to use these wind cards, and yes, you have a multi-element party, but you're still going to be able to get the most out of them because you're looking to build you know, some really strong attackers, and Alphonse is really just trying to hold off the enemy and already is getting a ton from the vision cards that we do already have in the party. And then finally, we can take a look at the strike units that would access these VCs. Maybe you don't want to do Tifa because you already have Yrel, you have, you know, Lamega. Well, I don't know about that one, but you have somebody like Perrine. So there are some other options now. At that point, you are going into rainbow territory, and it's a little bit different in terms of mixing and matching VCs, but you still have that base of the really strong strike VCs. So for example, Perrine, Alphonse, and Edward would still be a really strong team. I know a lot of people are very big fans of Yrel, the people that have used her, and there are options here that you could look into. Lots of different strikers. You probably wouldn't use Snow because you're already using Alphonse, or maybe you want to use Snow instead of pulling for Alphonse, and in that case, you know, you're going in a different direction, but still utilizing these these weapon type VCs and the amount of support there is for the fist type. Now, if you want to hear just how insane the party effects are for these fist VCs, if you were to equip all 6 vision cards that are for fist type units, then this is what you would get. Increase agility 18%, increase single target resistance 16, strike attack 35, reaction block rate 48, strike attack 28, which is a repeat, 25% HP, 24% missile resistance, 28% dexterity, 20 AoE resist, 24 slash resist, 28 magic attack, 15% agility, which is a repeat, 30 human killer with physical attacks, 16 critical evasion, 20 missile resist, which is again a repeat, 30 crit rate, 20 crit damage, and 50% attack. Now, you're not going to have all those VCs, you might not equip all of them, but the sheer number of party effects you're getting is absolutely insane. It's pretty crazy. Now, keep in mind, of course, that 2 of those are magic based, 4 of them have attack stat, but it is something that you can see where these weapon based VCs can really get out of hand. And we're not even talking about the overlap with other weapon types. So maybe there's a chance that you have Tifa and you have Edward, but you found another weapon type that matches a lot of your VCs, and you have a 3rd unit in there that we have to explore. Now, I'm not going to go into all that depth in this video, although I am going to do a video about that soon, but just something to keep in mind, that there's going to be more options than just what I've laid out here. And another thing to keep in mind is that all of these units, or sorry, these vision cards have global exclusive buffs, which will also make them all the better to be putting on these various units that you might have on your roster already. So really exciting prospects for the future. New players can get excited for this Tifa strike team, and experienced players can pivot that way as well if that's what they're interested in. And I just wanted to make sure I got that information out there because I did not address that at all in my video yesterday, and I do apologize for that. Well, all right, that's going to be it for this video. Hopefully it was useful, and if it was, let me know in the comments down below. And of course, you can hit the like button if you made it this far, because that helps me out too. Otherwise, I will see you all in a video soon enough. I'm going to be filming one maybe tonight, and then otherwise I am going on a small 3-night vacation, and then I'm back to it making lots of videos. So we'll see you all then, and have a good one.